Hello everyone, I am Janita and today I am going to discuss on the topic Siso, Sipo, Piso and Pico registers. Introduction to shift register. A shift register is a fundamental sequential logic circuit that can store and transfer digital data. Its core function involves moving bits of data in a sequential movement, one position at a time under the control of a clock signal. These variety devices are crucial in various digital systems for tasks like data conversion and data storage. They form the backbone of the management complex digital circuits enabling effective data manipulation and communication. The basic building blocks flip-flops. The heart of any shift register lies to its consecutive flip-flop. Typically, D flip-flops are cascaded together, where the output of one flip-flop leads the input of the next. Each flip-flop stores a single bit of data. When a clock pulse is applied, the data stored in each flip-flop shifted to its adjacent one, effectively moving the entire data words across the register. The series data movement is a key to the shift register operation. Let's discuss about Siso register, series in and series out. A series in out Siso register receives data one bit at a time and output data one bit at a time. It acts as a delayed line where the input data appears at the output after a specific number of clock cycles determined by the register length. Consider a 4-bit Siso register. If we input 1011 serially, it will take for clock pulse for the first bit to reach the output and 4 more pulses for the entire word to pass through. Now let's check the circuit diagram. Here, if you see that we have 4 flip-flops D1, D2, D3 and D4 and the 4 inputs D1, D2, D3, D4. Here the inputs are given in a series line and our output we get as a series. Here the clock is applied to each and every flip-flop. This is known as Siso flip-flop. Siso register, series in parallel out. The series in parallel out register is designed to convert series data into parallel data. Bits are input serially, just like a Siso register. But once all bits are loaded, they are simultaneously available at the parallel output lines. This convention is vital in a system where the data is transmitted to save pins and then proceed in parallel, such as interfacing and analog to digital converting aids or expanding input parts in a microcontroller. Now let's check the circuit diagram. Let's consider 4 flip-flops D1, D2, D3 and D4. We have 4 inputs as D1, D2, D3, D4. As we know, it's a series input and parallel output. Now the inputs are given parallel to series to each and the output is Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. These are given as parallel output. A clock is connected to all the and a clear set is also connected. Now let's discuss about Piso register parallel in series out. A parallel in series out register performs the reverse operation of Siso register. It loads multiple bits of data simultaneously in parallel and then output them are one bit at a time. The type of register is frequently used in data transmission where parallel data from a source need to be sent over a signal communication line, for example, UART communication or a multiplexing application. Now let's check the circuit diagram of the Picos. Now we have 4 flip-flops D1, D2, D3 and D4. The outputs are Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. The input D is normally connected and next input D is connected through the output D, shift and normal input. Now we'll use 2 AND gates and 1 OR gate to connect the next input. For the first AND gate, we'll connect Q, the output of the first input, and then shift. And the second input will consider one shift OR gate and normal D. These two AND gates are connected to the OR gate. This OR gate is connected to the next input D. Similarly, for the D3 and D4, we'll consider the same procedure by considering two AND gates and one OR gate. For this as it is a synchronous flip-flops, we'll have clock connected to it and the output is parallel. Now let's discuss about Pipo register, parallel in, parallel out. A parallel in, parallel out register is the most straightforward, allowing for the instantaneous data transfer. Data is loaded into the register in a parallel and is immediately available at the parallel out line after a single clock pulse. Pipo register are primarily used for temporary data storage as a buffer register to hold data for processing into synchronous system where the high speed direct data transfer is required. Now let's check the circuit diagram. Let's consider four flip-flops D1, D2, D3, D4 and the inputs are connected parallel and the outputs let's consider as Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. These are also given out as a parallel and as it is a synchronous circuit, the clock is applied to all the circuits. Here now you can see this. Here the clock is applied only when it is positive triggered. You have it out. What's a positive triggering? Positive triggering is each and every cycle when it goes up, that is known as positive triggering, and negative triggering is whenever it comes down, it's known as negative triggering. Now let's check the comparison of shift register types. Now we discussed about four flip-flops. One is series in, series out, series in, parallel out, parallel in, series out, and parallel in, parallel out. Now, speed. First, series in, series out is slower because in clock to load and unload a bit. Now, series in, parallel out, medium. Parallel in, series out is also medium as the clock to load and to unlock. Now, parallel in, parallel out is a faster. Complexity. Series in, series out is simplest. Series in, series out is moderate. Parallel in and series out is moderate. Parallel in, parallel out is moderate. Now, application. Series in, series out is used in delay line sequence generator. Series in, parallel out is used in series to parallel conversion. Parallel in, parallel out is used to parallel to series conversion. And parallel in, parallel out is used for temporary storage data. Practical application of shift register. Data conversion. Siso and Piso register are essential for converting between series and parallel data format optically for communication prototypes. Counter. Special configuration of shift register like ring counter and Johnson counters are used for sequential counting, data buffering and storage. Pipo register provide temporary storage data acting as a buffer between the component operation at varying position. Time delay. Siso register introduce precise time delay to digital signal useful in timing circuit. Integrated circuits. Common ICs like 7H5, C595 Siso and 401 IA1S Siso are projecting for display, drawing and data manipulation. Conclusion and reference. Shift register are indispensable components in digital electronics. Each Siso, Pico, and Pipo offering unique capability for data manipulation and transfer. Understanding their distinct operation application is crucial for designing efficient digital systems. Thank you.